A Star is Born has been nothing short of a phenomenon. It's grossed over $400 million worldwide, far surpassing its reported $36 million budget. The soundtrack debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, and the movie was nominated for 8 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. Before breaking our hearts, the movie makes audiences believe in the power of love and music. One way it did that early in the movie was through those huge concert scenes that felt real. Well, it turns out they were pretty much real. Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga were singing live in those scenes. But that's not all that made these scenes great. The film's sound team worked tirelessly during and after filming to make sure each sound would coalesce into the experience millions of us had in theaters. We got a behind-the-scenes look at how they mixed and layered sounds for one of the toughest projects, sound-wise, in recent history. This is the movie's team of sound editors and mixers: Dean Zupanik, Steve Morrow, Tom Ozanich, and Alan Murray. The team was nominated for the Best Sound Mixing Oscar, and the film's most famous song, Shallow, was nominated for Best Song. To give us the best possible idea of how sound impacted A Star is Born, the team offered to break down the climactic scene that features Shallow. If you've seen the movie, you know the scene.
Maybe that could work, like as a chorus or something. I'm off the deep end.
After teaching Jack, Bradley Cooper, her song Shallow in a parking lot, Allie, that's Lady Gaga, stands backstage at Jack's concert as he begins singing her song.
Tell me something, girl.
He invites her to join him on stage, and as the title of the movie suggests, she's immediately launched into superstardom.
Tell me something, boy.
The whole sequence of events, starting with Allie's decision to quit her waitress job and head to the show, to the end of Shallow, lasts about 9 minutes and 30 seconds. There are 5 essential sound elements in this sequence. The process of layering helps squeeze in every little sound. If you listen to each layer of sound isolated, it's a little disorienting.
I'm gonna sing it either way, so.
Are you happy in this modern world?
There's the sound behind the stage, there's the sound on the stage, but there's also the sound into the audience, and we had to deliver on those 3 different planes.
So, let's take them one by one. Without music playing, you'll hear some effects that are typically invisible, but become much more pronounced, like the sound of a car door opening and the sound of footsteps. These are known as Foley sounds. They're based on an actor's interactions and movements. The sounds of footsteps are usually made by a Foley artist stomping around on a soundstage.
He's so excited that you're here. Hi, Ellie, I'm Gail.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, you guys can leave your bags. We'll grab them in a sec.
Oh,
ready?
Okay, sure.
The most important job, again, is to get the dialogue clear enough so that the audience understands every word the actor's saying, because you've got to follow the story to get involved with the movie.
I did an arrangement, it was kind of not so great, but
Even with how loud the whole scene is, one of the movie's most memorable exchanges can still be heard.
all you gotta do is trust me. That's all you gotta do.
Hi, Ellie, I'm Gail. Hi. Oh, you guys can leave your bags. We'll grab them in a sec.
Oh,
Ready?
okay, sure.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You can hear the band as background music even before Allie has reached the stage. It provides a perfect, heart-thumping soundtrack to the scene. While the singing was live, the instruments we hear were actually playback. The band would mime along to the sound. While they let the band play live in some takes, all of what you hear in the final movie is pre-recorded instrumental playback.
How are you? You made it. Yeah, it's good to see you. Everything all right?
The sounds that the concert crowd make are a mix of pre-recorded digital sounds and sounds actually captured on set. During filming, the sound team put a surround sound mic in the crowd as well as mics on each side of the stage. This helped them capture the appropriate ambient sound.
I mean, we never stopped them when we were shooting. We're just like, go for it. If you are excited, be excited.
You can hear the live crowd react during this one snippet. The additional crowd sounds were carefully selected from a library of sounds, and that's not as easy as it seems. You can't just use any old cheering noises. For instance, people cheering at a football game are going to sound different than the crowd at a concert.
Thank you very much.
Of course, perhaps nothing was more important than actually hearing the actors sing.
Most musicals are playback and lip sync, and those all have their challenges. This one, on the production side, was more challenging in the sense that it was all done live, and you couldn't miss any take. Every take that they gave, they put their heart and soul in every single moment.
To get the crowds really going and allow viewers in movie theaters to feel like they were part of that crowd, they of course had to make sure the vocals sounded perfect. They created custom reverb, an effect that adds depth and echo to sound.
We mapped the space to give the audience the feeling that all the vocals were pumped live through the venue, and you would hear it as you would hear it in the venue.
And it ensures that any sounds recorded in the studio sound exactly like they were recorded on set. It's a big reason why it feels like you're actually at this show. In the end, they stitched every little sound together for an experience that constantly shifts between multiple dizzying perspectives. The screaming, the guitar riffs, the singing, the Foley footsteps make for an overwhelming, even awe-inspiring whole. And that was the whole point. A Star is Born broke a lot of rules that other movies with musical performances follow. And that's part of the reason it connected with audiences.
He gave us the freedom to be creative and vulnerable as well, you know, because the mixing stage, just like being on set, there might not be as much of a focus of people on us, but you're on a stage and you're scrutinized. And if you're not given the freedom to express yourself creatively and to be vulnerable, then you kind of hold back and play it safe sometimes. We were given the opportunity not to be safe.
Tell me something, boy. Aren't you tired trying to fill that void?